What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Seems like Xavier is going to get the boot after all the unwanted media attention, and stick to the end to find out why Gwendolyn Christie's Larissa Weems might not be gone from the second season of Wednesday.
Our mission is to help each student master their unique abilities, so we offer a full range of extracurricular activities.
As soon as the show aired on Netflix, Percy Hines-White, who played Xavier Thorpe, got a lot of heat from his fans. One girl came out with a tweet thread composed of 9 parts. She began, "Knowing that me and my friends shocked, sick to our stomach reactions to seeing Percy Hines-White in our new favorite show is finally, and my experience at his party in high school being justified cause y'all are listening. Thank you." Then, she and a lot of other girls came out and started revealing their plans for mistreating, abusing, and assaulting young underage girls at parties that they would throw in their basements. Before we go any further with this, we should tell you that these are just allegations. Nothing is proven, and girls are posting new stories about Percy's bad behavior in the past. So, take this as you will, we're just here to tell you what we've heard. Posting tweets with the hashtag #CancelPercy, these girls are coming out and telling about all of the mean things that Percy and his friend group would do to young girls. They revealed awkward and explicit photos of Percy showing that he is not who he claims to be. They even posted entire conversations he had with these girls, and the way he treated these screams toxic. Now, we don't know what the showrunner at Wednesday will do, but we don't think they'll let this one slide. Even though Percy Hines-White was supposed to be a central character in the second season of Wednesday, he was finally getting through to Wednesday, even though she seemed completely uninterested in him. Now, if this continues and more evidence resurfaces, then we would probably see Netflix smashing that like button, just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, we will see them replacing Percy White with another actor. We're not saying that Xavier will be cut from the show completely, we're just saying Xavier might look a little different in season 2 of Wednesday.
My vengeance will be swift and true.
As will mine.
Joseph Crackstone is an ancestor of the Gates family. His roots go back to 1625 when he and Goody Addams, an ancestor of Wednesday Addams, pursued each other. Crackstone claimed that Goody Addams was a witch and that she should be burned alive. However, Goody escaped and managed to kill him. Laurel Gates brought him back in the first season of Wednesday, and he still couldn't let the rivalry go. He attacked Wednesday, but in the sword fight, she managed to plunge her dagger into his black heart, and he was back where he came from in no time. For season 2, actor William Houston won't be going through another revival. We all know that he was on the show only for a brief period. He was supposed to prove himself to his father, Ansel Gates, but instead of poisoning the punch with nightshade on the night of the Raven Ball dance at Nevermore Academy, he got distracted. He saw Morticia leave with Gomez at the party. He was in love with Morticia, but she didn't love him back. When he saw her leave with Gomez, that was possibly the last straw. Garrett went after him, they got back in a fight, and Morticia plunged a dagger through his chest. Not quite the love story he was expecting. Even though Louis Hayes might not appear in season 2 again, it's possible that Marilyn Thornhill will bring him back just like she did with Crackstone. Tommy Earl Jenkins played Noble Walker, the mayor of Jericho, and he was a good mayor. Unlike some of his predecessors, he liked the outcast. He was even friends with Larissa Weems. In the past, he served as the town's sheriff, a job that he handed over to Donovan Galpin when he had become mayor. He was probably the only thing keeping the peace in Jericho. He liked the outcasts and normies to live together in peace and harmony, so he dedicated a fountain to Joseph Crackstone for the outreach day. But curiosity killed the cat, as they say. He was investigating the Gates at home and found something related to the murder. He wanted to talk to Sheriff Galpin and Wednesday Addams immediately. Sadly, he didn't make it to the meeting spot since his car was run over by a blue Cadillac. When he was rushed to the hospital, someone came in, which we now know is Laurel Gates, and unplugged the breathing machine. His body wasn't getting the oxygen it needed, so he passed away. Unless the funeral near the end of the show was real, we're not going to be seeing any more of Tommy Earl Jenkins on the show. Marilyn Thornhill proved herself quite the tenacious killer bee in season 1 of Wednesday. She disposed of Principal Weems, she brought back Crackstone, and even killed Dr. Valerie Kinbot. Why? Because Dr. Kimbot found out that Laurel Gates, aka Marilyn Thornhill, was the one manipulating Tyler and showed him how to use his hide ability and tasked him to murder Wednesday Addams. However, before Dr. Kimbot could tell everyone to smash that subscribe button, just like you should do if you haven't done so already. But no, seriously, now she has murdered before she could tell people what Thornhill was up to. She tasked Tyler to turn into a monster and kill her. Later, she framed Xavier for the murder of this prestigious doctor, and she was free once again. So this is why we don't think we'll be seeing any more of actress Riki Lindhome on the show. We don't know about you, but we kind of liked her.
Tyler's been collecting all of these body parts to resurrect Crackstone.
The one man who nearly succeeded in eradicating the outcasts.
Her real name was Laurel Gates, but she changed it after everything that happened with her family. According to the lore, we know that her brother, Garrett Gates, tried to poison everyone at Nevermore Academy by pouring poison into the Raven Ball punch. Luckily, Morticia Addams sees him doing it and kills him on the spot. After this unfolding of events, Mrs. Gates commits suicide. As a result, their father starts drinking heavily and overdoses on alcohol, and Laura drowns during a boat ride. Strangely enough, her body was never found. Laurel faked her death so she could one day come back and exact her revenge on Nevermore for what they did to her family. She even manages to bring Joseph Crackstone back to life, but again the Addams family, this time it was Wednesday, drove a dagger through his heart and killed him. She then tried to kill Wednesday, but Eugene Oninger helped her and they knocked Marilyn to the ground. We know that Wednesday hit her in the face, but what happened to her body after that remains unclear. Many people speculate that Wednesday actually killed her, but we know that Thornhill faked her death once. She might do it again. We think that we won't see her in season 2, but we'll definitely see her in one of the seasons down the road. When it comes to Larissa Weems, aka Gwendolyn Christie, we just know she's not dead. The actress herself said that Principal Weems is the only person who can run that school and no one else can even come close. From season 1, we know that Principal Larissa Weems got a little too interested in Marilyn, aka Laurel Thornhill. She found out all about Thornhill's murderous agenda, but at what cost? She was stabbed to death by the very woman she was tracking. Gwendolyn Christie laughed about the scene, saying it was her lifelong dream to get stabbed by a successful actress like Christina Ricci, who played Wednesday Addams in the 90s movie. When asked if her character would return, Gwendolyn Christie simply said, "I feel like Larissa Weems would never be dominated by something as commonplace as death." Even Jenna Ortega chipped in and said, "Girl, I don't even believe that one. I can't. I love Gwendolyn Christie too much. I refuse to accept that as truth." So even though she died, there's a slight possibility that she'll come back in the second season of Wednesday on Netflix. Hey, do you think they'd be saying stuff like that if they didn't know something? I mean, why would Tim Burton kill off such a great character and such a phenomenal actress? We'll see you in the next video.